Build up to Black Friday with savings all month long at Lowe's. Get up to 50% off select major appliances, plus take an additional 10% off when you buy select major appliances. And don't wait to pick up holiday inflatables under $20. Don't wait to save, in-store or online now, because Lowe's knows deals. Valid 11/6 through 12/4. Cannot be combined with additional discounts. See Lowe's.com for details and qualifying items while supplies last.
In Oklahoma, there is an update on the fatal shooting during a high school football game. In Louisiana, a doctor is charged with 44 counts of video voyeurism. And in San Diego, a bike theft is interrupted by a golden retriever demanding belly rubs. These stories and more are coming at you today, Monday, September 4th, on this Labor Day edition of Real Life Real Crime Daily. And I'm Jim Chapman.
And I'm Woody Overton.
And I'm Mike Agovino, and Jim obviously didn't labor to put any of my stories in his teas.
Yeah.
And I need to start off our Labor Day episode with a report from the Aglets about the month of August's episodes.
Before you do that, happy Labor Day, everybody.
Yes.
I hope you're grilling and chilling. And if you don't listen today, I know you'll be listening tomorrow.
But you're going to listen today.
Yeah.
The month of August, there were 18 different Real Life, Real Crime Daily episodes released in the month of August.
Really?
Do you know that? Yeah.
Yep, because we released one on the 1st and the 31st.
Wow.
18 episodes in the month. Yeah. Out of the 18, Woody,
Yes.
there are 3 of us. So on average, we should have how many of the lead stories be each of our stories?
So let me tell you that this falls in my category of I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You're the only one.
The only one that gives a fuck is Mike.
This is a report from
the one who dominates the Facebook.
I absolutely don't care about how many
If I was the only one who gave a F, you wouldn't do what you are doing. So that is absolutely a false statement.
I don't care.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him.
Okay.
I don't care.
You're so full
I go
of
with the
shit.
best stories, dude.
You're
That's
so
all
full
we
of
do.
shit. You go with the best story. You're so full of shit.
You gotta look down Facebook, everybody.
Okay, so here for the month.
Here we go.
18 stories. On the 31st, Jim's story. On the 30th, Jim's story. On the 28th, Jim's story. On the 25th, Jim's story. On the 24th, Jim's story. On the 23rd, Jim's story. 21st, Jim's story. 18th, Woody, congratulations. 17th, Jim's story. 16th, Jim's story.
What are you talking
14th,
about?
Jim's
I don't
story.
even know what he's
11th,
talking
Jim's
about.
story. 10th, congratulations, Woody. 9th, Jim's story. 7th, Jim's story. 8-4, Jim's story.
Are you
8-3,
saying
Jim's story.
who had a long story? Because you absolutely tell
no
long
way.
stories.
The lead tease story on 16 of 18 episodes was a story he did. Half of them about the Morin lady, or like 3 of them that you led with her as the lead story. So
the hiking, the
hiking lady.
Mother of 5 that got brutally murdered and
Okay,
raped.
so
Yeah,
once,
that's no big deal.
So once make it the lead story, not 3 times.
This should be something we have.
will
in a
be publishing these
board
stats for the
VROED meeting.
That's what you call going over like a lead balloon.
When you overlay these over the Apple discrete numbers, you see why it's an important.
Oh my God!
What the hell?
If anybody out there is listening and understands, you must be an acolyte.
That I am the show's statistician
Yeah.
who analyzes the data.
Well, I also analyze the data.
Usually the wrong data.
No.
Yes.
And the Gymtastics would like to tell you.
Sorry, that hurt. That hurt. I thought they were the bovine babes yesterday. I thought you were going with. That's what you said you wanted.
This is going from bad to worse.
Piglets. You don't have any.
The Gymtastics. I just
I
named
understand
them.
that. That's a good one, but
Yeah.
you don't have any negative connotations like
No.
you did for the one
No.
that's haters, because you don't have any haters.
That's right. That
Well,
look,
I think
the proof's in the pudding.
Gymtastics itself is a negative connotation, so he's already
You
there.
would.
Can we get into some crime time, please?
people.
All right.
It's Labor Day. No, let's commit crimes today.
A former Oschner doctor has been booked with an additional 34 counts of video voyeurism. This doctor was arrested earlier in the month following the discovery of a hidden camera placed inside a restricted medical staff bathroom, and he has been rearrested again and rebooked with an additional 34 counts of video voyeurism.
Idiot.
He was initially arrested for 10 counts, then got rearrested after the police commandeered his phone, for lack of a better term. They start looking through it, and they're like, oh, there's a lot more videos than we thought.
You know what his problem is? He doesn't have the 100% mental spank bank. He had to put it on his phone.
Well, and honestly, it's pretty sick. This was a doctor at Oschner in New Orleans.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And he actually had some kind of hidden camera inside a bathroom reserved for employees only. So he posted a $34,000 bond and has been freed from custody. So he's out amongst the walking. Oschner said Matthews was a resident trainee. They discovered the device at the hospital system's main Jefferson Parish campus. He was using it and had it pointed towards bathroom stalls. So, kind of freaky there. Records show he has a motion pending now. He's wanting to move to Texas with intentions to seek job opportunities there. Good luck with that. Yeah. And live with some family that's in that area. Video voyeurism in Louisiana is punishable by up to 2 years in state prison and a $2,000 fine for each count. Right. He has 44 total counts. So do the math on that.
And he's losing his 8 years of whatever, residency or what have you.
Yeah, well, and you're pretty much a doctor at this point. You're doing your residency, all this schooling, all this time, and all this hard work. You just threw away, brother.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Dumbass.
Crazy.
That's our dumbass of the day.
Yeah, dumbass, and needs his ass beat. So let me take you out to probably, I don't want to offend all my people in California, but probably one of the only cities I really like, and where my oldest daughter, Caitlin Michelle Overton, is living currently at this time. Shout out to her. San Diego, y'all. San Diego police announced, Miss Jerry's going to love this story, by the way. Man, we love you, Miss Jerry. Yes, we're still trying to get back on the
You're on the outs. You're on the outs.
San Diego police announced...
She's burping a dog right now.
Yeah. San Diego police announced the arrest of a suspect in a bike theft after video of the incident went viral. It showed the thief playing with the homeowner's golden retriever after stealing a $1,300 bike. The 42-year-old suspect was arrested thanks to an invaluable anonymous tip. Police posted Sunday on Instagram. We're thrilled to report the bicycle is back home, much to the delight of Ace, a very good boy, they added. The incident went viral after the suspect was stopped in his tracks while stealing a 2019 Electra 3-speed bike from a garage in San Diego. Ace the Golden Retriever came to greet him, and he couldn't resist befriending the friendly dog. In the video, the suspect is greeted by the curious dog, who seemed to want nothing more than some love and affection, kind of like Mike. The suspect then put the bike back momentarily to caress and hug the animal. "You're the coolest dog I've ever known," he said, dropping to his knees and petting the dog. "I love you too. You're a sweetheart." In the video, the suspect even called out to see if Ace's owner was there. "Dad," the suspect yelled. "Where's your dad?" The suspect asked the dog while rubbing his belly. "Your dad should not leave the garage door open." The suspects also heard referencing the homeowner's other belongings, wondering out loud, "How do you have all this stuff, dude?" The video ends with Ace wagging his tail as the man eventually rode away on the stolen bike. Look for us to post this video on the Facebook page shortly. Shout out to Ace, and y'all, here is a picture of Ace in the garage and all the belongings that he questioned Ace.
And we are 100% going to put this video on the page. It's got the mic, it's mic'd up and everything, and you can hear this guy's like, "Where's your daddy at?"
That's got to be almost as good as Mr. Patel, which we give you credit, Mike. That was your story.
The world would be a much better place if all thieves had that kind of attitude.
Yep.
I think. Moving on. Shocking. This shocked the hell out of me. Burger King has been hit with the same exact class action lawsuit that Jim Chapman was hit with last year for overstating the size of their Whopper by 35%.
That's not true.
Burger King is being sued under promise, over deliver, Jim. It always works. Burger King is being sued in a proposed class action lawsuit by customers seeking at least $5 million each after the fast food giant is claimed to have portrayed their Whopper as 35% larger in advertisements. Customers in the action have accused the fast food giant of showcasing the burgers with ingredients that overflow over the bun. Look familiar, Jim? Sound familiar? They say that these make it appear that the burgers are 35% larger and contain more than double the meat as the chain serves. Burger King has countered that it wasn't required to deliver burgers that look exactly like the picture. U.S. District Court Judge Roy Altman in Miami said that the company must defend the claim and that it was up to jurors to, quote, tell us what reasonable people think. In his decision, which was made public on Friday, Altman also let the customers pursue negligence-based and unjust enrichment claims. He dismissed claims based on TV and online ads, finding none in which Burger King promised a certain burger size or patty weight and failed to deliver on it. The plaintiffs in the case are Walter Coleman, Marco DiLeonardo, Matthew Fox, and Madeline Saltzman.
Matthew Fox, yeah, the actor.
I wish I was part of
Coleman
it.
is participating in the suit after purchasing a Whopper and a Big King at a Burger King store in Florida. In the suit, he said he expected the burger to be of similar size to the pictures on the advertisements. He said in the suit that had he known the burgers were much smaller, he would not have purchased them. DiLeonardo had bought a Whopper, a Big King, and a Whopper Melt while at the store in the state of New York. He, too, said in the suit that had he known the true size of the burgers, he would not have spent his money on them. Similarly, Fox also purchased a Whopper and a Big King, and Saltzman had bought a Big King burger, both later regretting it. Plaintiff's lawyer on Monday cited Altman's opinion to justify letting the case continue. Each lawsuit is seeking $5 million in damages. If every woman that had been hit with the same thing from Jim was charging the same amount, he'd have to pay $15 million in damages for the 3 women he's been with. But that's just to create a little bit of a comparison here. But the Burger King spokesperson said the plaintiff's claims are false. The flame grilled beef patties portrayed in our ads are the same patties used in millions of Whopper sandwiches served to guests nationwide. So the judge is allowing this case to move forward and charge the jury to rule based upon, quote, what reasonable people think.
That was a great story, Mike.
Great story.
Thank you, Jim. I knew you'd love it.
I told y'all this before, and I broke my hand in a fight one time, and I went to Burger King, and I had to go to the bathroom, but I couldn't do it.
Oh, shit.
You know why? Because it takes 2 hands to handle a Whopper.
I knew that was coming. Yes. All right, we have a quick update for you on the Oklahoma high school football game shooting that we told you about. A 15-year-old boy has been arrested now in that fatal shooting of a 16-year-old at an Oklahoma high school football game. That 15-year-old boy was arrested on Wednesday. Deputies working with other law enforcement agencies took the boy into custody without incident in the Oklahoma City suburb of Spencer. This from Oklahoma County Sheriff Tommy Johnson III. The boy's name was not released because he is a juvenile. Choctaw Police Chief Kelly Marshall said no other suspects are being sought, but that the investigation is ongoing. I'm confident we have the prime suspect in custody. He declined to discuss the case further. There's a whole lot more in this investigation that needs to be done before any other information comes out. And he said the shooting followed an argument between 2 males at that game, but did not know what that argument was about. Yeah. So thankfully, it looks like they got their guy.
Yeah, and hey, ladies, are you feeling overwhelmed by hormonal changes? Well, you're definitely not alone. There are more than 1,000 hormone disruptors living in our environment right now. It's in your food, your water, the air you breathe, the clothes you wear, your skincare products. They all mess with your hormones. Then there's the natural hormone changes your body goes through: premenopause, menopause. And while it's a natural process, it doesn't mean you have to suffer through it. The good news is you don't have to suffer through it anymore because now you have Hormone Harmony, a formula made only with herbal ingredients that are shown to reduce hormonal symptoms in women of all ages. Hormone Harmony is not just a hormone support and supplement, it's become a phenomenon. Women can't stop talking about it on social media. A bottle of Hormone Harmony is sold every 24 seconds. And the biggest benefit? Well, my wife says it makes her feel like her own self again. And that's what women mention over and over in the reviews. And there are over 30,000 reviews for Hormone Harmony. And for a limited time, you can get 15% off your entire first order at happymammoth.com. Just use code RLRC at checkout. That's happymammoth.com and use code RLRC for 15% off today. That's happymammoth.com and use code RLRC. Hey, y'all. Changing my wardrobe from summer to fall, it's never easy. Luckily, Quince offers timeless and high-quality items I adore, ensuring my wardrobe stays fresh and I don't blow my budget. And there's nothing easier than going to Quince and choosing these high-quality items, like cashmere sweaters from $50, pants for every occasion, washable silk tops, and so much more. The best part? All Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. By partnering directly with top factories, Quince cuts out the cost of the middleman and passes the savings on to us. And Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes, and I love that. I got the stainless steel Link Apple Watch band for $59.90. It's heavy duty, it's awesome, and it's like $100 less than I could find anywhere else. And I also got a 100% organic cotton fisherman quarter zip up sweater. The color is alabaster. Man, I can't wait to wear that this fall. And Cindy got the Mongolian cashmere boat neck sweater in heather gray. And I'm telling you, these are classic pieces at a fraction of the price. Make switching seasons a breeze with Quince's high-quality closet essentials. Go to quince.com/RLRC for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/RLRC to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/RLRC. You'll thank me later. Again, we used to fight when I wasn't playing football. It was fist fight.
Yeah.
Friday night fist fights. No big deal. Nobody had firearms.
Yeah.
15 years old.
That's
All right. Real life, real crime. This is a very disturbing story, but it's real life and real crime. And this is why the show was originated. I'm going to take you to Arizona. An Arizona mom and her romantic partner were sentenced to 20 years in prison for extreme child abuse, including physical attacks, withholding of food, and the evidence of one defendant lighting the 10-year-old victim on fire. Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell announced the prison sentences for the child's mother, Chloe Race Sargent, and Keola Wimbish, who were both arrested April 5th, 2022, after a family member reported the abuse to authorities. The abuse on Sargent's child was significant, Mitchell said, and included physical attacks, withholding of food, and failing to seek medical care for injuries, and again, evidence that one of the defendants lit the child on fire. Fox 10 in Phoenix reported in April 2022 that Sargent told investigators about the alleged abuse, which included hitting the child with a machete and a crowbar, and a family member told investigators they never saw the two feed the child. Doctors reported to police that the child was extremely malnourished, had 12 broken bones, among other severe injuries like infected cuts requiring surgical intervention to help heal the wounds. Sargent and Wimbish both pleaded guilty in court to single counts of child abuse in an attempt to commit child abuse. Both defendants were sentenced to 20 years, which is way too low for me, y'all, in state prison, followed by 10 years of supervised probation. Sargent and Wimbish were in a romantic relationship at the time of the abuse, and the two lived together with the victim and 2 other children. The abuse the child suffered at the hands of the people who were supposed to love and care for her is horrific, Mitchell said. I'm particularly grateful to this young victim who was willing to bravely tell her story. Thanks to the intervention of a caring relative, through an investigation by police, and hard work by Maricopa prosecutors, justice was done. Prayers for that baby. And I, light a kid on fire, fuck you, she gets a death penalty.
We're getting a lot of crazy crap out of Phoenix.
Yeah. But the one good thing is I know they're pretty hard on the people in that local jail. I don't know if they still use the tent cities and they have the pink uniforms, but they should.
I don't know, but it seems like Maricopa is catching up on Pinellas.
Yeah, but for far worse crimes.
Yeah.
Joe Apiro or whatever.
Yeah, Joe Apiro. He was an American legend.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to follow that up with better news. New Jersey. New Jersey police removed a child. Oh, wait a minute. Honey, earmuffs.
Uh-oh.
Double the earmuffs.
Uh-oh.
New Jersey police removed a child from a home where dozens of animals were found malnourished or dead on Monday. Evesham Township residents Rebecca Hallbach, age 35, and Brandon Laconi, age 32, were charged with second-degree endangering the welfare of a child and third-degree animal cruelty. Laconi was transported to jail after his arrest, while Hallbach was sent to a hospital for an unrelated medical condition. The police officers were alerted when a witness reported seeing multiple malnourished dogs on the property. Police raided the residence and found over 30 dead dogs on the property.
Wow.
Contact was made with homeowners at the residence, and officers found living and deceased dogs inside of the residence. Officers also found that the conditions in the residence were extremely poor due to the amount of deceased animals throughout the home. The child was found living in the squalid conditions and was taken under the wing of New Jersey's Division of Child Protection and Permanency. 14 living dogs and an unknown number of rabbits and cats were living in the house at the time of the raid. Most of them were severely sick. One of the dogs had to be euthanized. Authorities said they believed roughly 100 animals had died at that house.
Jeez.
More animal cruelty charges may be added as police sort through the remains. The investigation has generated information that as many as 100 dogs died in the home, many of which are present in the home or are suspected to have been buried on the property. The investigation is ongoing. You talk about freaking creeps.
Where was that?
New Jersey. I don't know who's creepier, him or her.
Bad stuff there. Bad stuff.
All right, so U.S. authorities on Tuesday said an international law enforcement operation has taken down the notorious Quackbot malware platform used extensively by cyber criminals in a variety of financial crimes. First discovered more than a decade ago, Quackbot is commonly spread through malicious booby trap emails sent to unsuspecting victims. The U.S. Department of Justice said the operation, nicknamed Duck Hunt, involves Federal Bureau of Investigation as well as France, Germany, the Netherlands, Britain, Romania, and others. U.S. Attorney Martin Estrada said the move against Quackbot was the most significant technological and financial operation ever led by the department against a botnet. The term botnet is used to refer to an interconnected network of infected computers that hackers use to spread viruses. Together, we have taken down Quackbot and saved countless victims from future attacks. Security researchers say they believe Quackbot originated in Russia and has attacked organizations from around the world, including Germany and Argentina. Quackbot malware has infected more than 700,000 victim computers, facilitating ransomware deployments and causing hundreds of millions of dollars in damage to business, healthcare providers, and government agencies. As part of the operations, they seized 52 servers in the United States and abroad, and investigators found evidence that between October of 2021 and April of 2023, Quackbot received fees corresponding to approximately $58 million in ransom paid by victims. In order to cripple the cybercrime network, the FBI said it redirected Quackbot internet traffic to bureau-controlled servers that effectively uninstalled the corresponding malware from the victim's computer. So this is a big deal. This is the biggest organization in the world, and the ones responsible for doing things like hacking into computers
like
inside
Louisiana
of
DMV,
yes, and saying pay us $10 million, and that they pay those.
Yeah, they do,
because they have no choice a lot of times. So this is a big win, huge win for not only the United States but globally against probably the most successful hacking network there is.
Good job. And, you can only get away with that for so long before they're going to put a stop to it.
That's right. And
when somebody open up the next one right next door to that house probably, or wherever they were doing it out of.
It's a constant fight.
Hey, you know the story you did the other day about the wine bottle?
Mm-hmm.
I was going back to my text messages. I had the same text.
Yeah.
I was like, I just thought some fan sent me a picture of wine bottle. I didn't even.
You had a bottle of Opus there. I can't believe you didn't go for that.
I don't drink wine unless it's homemade. All right.
Or MD 2020.
Yeah. All right. Tell you, I drove through this city just the other day. A Kansas City, Missouri woman is accused of living off her father's Social Security and VA benefits, will be extradited to Nevada after her father's remains were found buried in his yard. The Nye County Sheriff's Office in Nevada said in a press release Monday that it served a search warrant at a residence in Parham last Friday to search for human remains reportedly buried on the property. Authorities said that the case started in April when 95-year-old Bruce Brown went missing. The investigators on the case traveled to Kansas City, Missouri, which I just drove through the other day, to speak with Brown's daughter, Janice Walker. The investigation had already established that Walker was living off her father's Social Security and VA benefits. The detectives also received information Walker buried Brown in the desert. When asked about the benefits of Brown's body, Walker refused to cooperate, and she was arrested on a warrant for larceny. After returning from Missouri, investigators executed a search warrant at the property in Parham. The search, including excavating a small portion of the backyard, resulted in the discovery of human remains in a buried homemade coffin. The remains were sent for autopsy, which determined them to be of Bruce Brown, and she remains in Kansas City in custody.
A homemade coffin?
She's going to be, right?
Oh, my God.
She's going to be extradited to face charges in Nevada. What? How in the hell?
All for your VA benefits, which are probably $1,000 a month.
Social Security, though, too. So, I mean, I bet that's not that uncommon. I bet that's
I think more people pass and they just don't report it, right? And then the checks keep coming in. Actually, I've had some cases like that, but they're not killing their dad, their 95-year-old dad, and buried him in the desert.
Yeah, no, that part, no. It's been a rough year in Allen, Texas.
Yeah.
If you remember, we had the outlet mall there that had the mass shooter that were it not for the hero cops, a lot more people would have died. This family, whose tragic story I'm about to tell, has had it's unbelievable what happened to them. So a family of 4 have been found dead in a Texas home in what investigators say is an apparent murder-suicide after they lost a toddler just a few weeks ago. Police have been called to Aberdeen Drive in Allen, Texas on Monday in response to a welfare check. A resident had called officers after they'd been locked out of the home for about 2 hours and couldn't get anyone to come to the door. After police eventually made their way inside the property, they found the bodies of the father, Farman Sherwani, mother Layla Sherwani, 12-year-old Shasheen Sherwani, and 2-year-old son Mateen Sherwani. Police also confirmed the family lost their 4-year-old daughter, Leanne Sherwani, to a drowning earlier this month. While the specifics of the incident are not completely clear, police say the drowning was a factor in Monday's murder-suicide. The family were all members of the Islamic Association of Allen. Iman Abdul Rahman Bashir, the religious director of the association, said the family was already going through an incredibly difficult situation with the drowning of their daughter. He continued, in this type of situation, it's not easy for any family to go on. They were really, really broken. A funeral was held for the family on Tuesday. Believe it or not, in a similar incident just a couple of years back, a family of 6 who belonged to the same mosque were killed in a murder-suicide in Allen. Allen, with a population of just 111,000 people, is about 25 miles north of Dallas. And again, it's where that mass shooting occurred. But I don't know the religion well enough to understand how you're supposed to manage grief of that level inside of a family. But I mean, this was a family, by all appearances, a decision that was sort of made in some kind of collective way that they weren't going to be there anymore because the 4-year-old was gone.
We just did one other. Well, it was probably domestic. The one the other day, the whole family got killed. But that I don't know. It's sad.
Horrible.
It's been a tough show. Now,
You can now take off that
high
belt
time.
and move freely around the cabin.
Crime time. And we are going to tell you about a man that was arrested at Harry Reid International Airport after TSA officials say they found cocaine in his luggage.
Cocaine.
That's right. How'd they know it was real?
Right.
They had to smell it.
They rub it. They don't do it like it is in movies where they take it and rub it on the gums.
No, they don't do that.
That's frowned upon.
TSA at Harry Reid International Airport actually found 6 plastic wrap packages hidden within the clothes of the luggage belonging to Mark Washington, a man in his late 20s. The report stated that Mark Washington was on an airplane bound for Cleveland just after 11 p.m. when a Las Vegas police officer arrested him and escorted him to a substation. Washington said he was unaware of any illegal items in the suitcase, of course. He's going to say that. And then his friend packed his bag for him.
That's right. That's what.
I didn't pack my bag. I don't know how they got in there. I thought that was flour.
They always ask, did anybody else pack this for you? Yeah.
Yeah. So after police conducted a field narcotics test, they said they confirmed the substance was approximately, you ready for this?
Yeah.
15.6 pounds of cocaine.
What?
Yes, sir.
7.5 kilos.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That means a lot of powder.
28,000 without being stepped on.
That's a
the
lot.
math, man. Close to 200 grand. Street value, a whole lot more than that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he, because he possessed over 1,000 grams of cocaine, he was arrested and charged with trafficking as well as an additional charge of transporting a controlled substance. And he was immediately booked into the Clark County Detention Center for that. 15 points. I didn't pack my bag.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Yeah.
That's it.
I didn't pack that shit. Yeah.
You don't put 15 pounds of cocaine in someone's luggage and they don't know about it. This feels a little bit heavier than. Yeah.
And that just stays in an evidence locker? Where's that going?
What they do is they take a sample from each package, and then after the trial is adjudicated, they take it all, and it's all filmed. They burn it in large incinerators. So
is there a party at the incinerator?
I tell you what, back in the day when we used to get the bales of marijuana and just stack them out in a field and burn it, and everybody was high. Well, maybe we need to talk to Parish Forensics about getting a contract to burn contraband.
God, when I bike around the park in Audubon Park in New Orleans, like half of the ride is the smell of pot just coming through.
It all went down
everybody.
to the Audubon.
Is that why you bike there every day?
I do my best thinking on those bike rides.
Yeah. Mike trains like a freaking, I don't know, a cyclist. And
by lap 8, I'm eating Doritos.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to go ride my bike again.
Yeah. All right.
That's great.
Great Mile High.
You can now take off that belt and move freely around the cabin.
Yeah. Kinky crimes for labor.
A labor. It's got to be kinky if it's a Labor Day.
This
crime.
is absolutely out the box, and I'm going to tell you right now, this is like an Ago story. It's going to be the longest kinky crime of ever, but this one, unlike Agos, will be interesting. All right, so all right, take you back to Phoenix, Mike. We're going back to Phoenix, and so a Phoenix couple is accused of picking up a day laborer at Home Depot, then forcing him to have sex at gunpoint. Now, this is long, but it's worth it. 39-year-old Brenda Aguero picked up the male day laborer at the Home Depot, telling him that she and her husband needed to move some items in their house. But when they got to the home, she began to talk sexual to him and stated that it was her fantasy to have sex with a laborer and that she wanted to have sex with him. When the victim refused, Aguero's husband, 45-year-old Jorge Valenzuela, came into the room holding a black rifle.
Uh-oh.
Right? It is about to get real. Police say her husband placed the barrel of his gun on the victim's chest and told him to have sex with his wife or he'd shoot him. Right? The victim told police he was forced to have sex with Aguero as her husband took pictures and filmed on a cell phone. After the victim was forced to have sex with Aguero, her husband took the victim's Mexican visa and driver's license so the couple would have all his information and his address. They also made the victim show them all the contacts in his phone and contact the victim's wife so they could confirm it was her.
Oh, my God.
Really? Listen, it's just crazy. The couple kept the victim's document and told him to come back the next day around 9 a.m. or they would send the pictures of him having sex, telling him they'd bring him Viagra. But shortly after dropping the victim off back at the Home Depot, the husband messaged the victim on WhatsApp telling him that he needed to get back to their house. After the victim didn't respond, the husband told him that he would send the victim's wife the pictures of him having sex if he didn't come back to the house within 10 minutes
Oh my God.
to have sex with Aguero again. The victim was contacted shortly after by his wife saying that she'd received pictures of him having sex with a woman. Right?
They sent it to her.
Plot thickens. After the victim was unable to get the visa and license back from the couple, he contacted the police. Phoenix police got a search warrant for the couple's house and took them both into custody. Aguero first told police she had consensual sex with the victim, but eventually admitted that she'd known that her husband would come in and allegedly told him, hold him at gunpoint, saying it was only to scare the victim. She also said that she knew the sexual encounter would be filmed and photographed without the victim's consent. After looking through the suspect's phones, police found that the couple had participated in a similar incident in March, but police were unable to identify the victim in that case, right? These Mexicans coming into work. The husband admitted to police that he had held the victim at gunpoint and recorded him having sex with his wife, saying it was a sexual fantasy scenario. He said he had done this 4 other times with random men. The two suspects are now face a felony charge of sexual assault, aggravated assault, and unlawful recording of a person. And we are going to post these pictures again.
Dang!
And that is a long one.
At that point, they should have had their own stop-off area at Home Depot. You know, you have the group and one
post.
Yeah.
So we'll hold you at gunpoint. Sex with my wife.
Sex at gunpoint with my wife.
Look, and
that sex.
They would have gotten some people on that line.
Wait, I don't know how you get an erection if you have a rifle held to your chest and
the Viagra. He's going to give him the Viagra the second time.
Yellow pill.
Yeah, sure.
You know, and that's a legit deal. The Home Depot, like you can go there and get laborers and things like that. When I was in the construction industry for so many years, a lot of the contractors would do that. They'd go to Home Depot and look for people looking for work. They just kind of hang out front. Mm-hmm. So that's a legit thing.
I don't know why they had to send the stuff to the guy's wife, though. I mean, if they wanted was that out of that plan, then they could have done that 50 times without getting in trouble.
Because
Well, he wouldn't answer their text. When they texted him and said, come back, he wouldn't answer. So they're like, okay, we're sending pictures to your wife.
Notice my pronunciation. She was in Mexico.
I heard you landed Valenzuela.
I've been using my ROSETTA Stone, which y'all can get it 40% off using code RLRC and get it because it was a hell of a deal.
But you did get Valenzuela on that.
Yeah.
And that's your kinky crimes for Labor Day.
Well, and actually, thematically, that should happen on Labor Day. That's a Labor Day.
That's right. You're right. Good point. All right. It must be time for some. Spark something uncommon this holiday with just the right gift from Uncommon Goods. The busy holiday season is here, and Uncommon Goods makes it less stressful with incredible hand-picked gifts for everyone on your list, all in one spot. Gifts to spark joy, wonder, delight, and that's exactly what I wanted feeling. Hey, y'all, I ordered a super cool piece. It's a candle with a sculpture of an LSU's Tiger Stadium on top of it. And each officially licensed laser cut wooden replica features up to 4 layers of detail, creating a bird's eye view of a specific football field, seating section, and more. And every label includes your stadium's name, the team's logo, and school location. And it has a coconut, soy, vegan wax infused with sandalwood smell that creates tailgates and touchdowns scent profile, reminiscent of game day. It's invigorating like fresh cut grass and nostalgic like smoke from a pre-game grill, and calming like the crisp autumn air of a new semester on campus. Y'all, I love it. I have it at the base of my TV, and I'm ready to watch the Tigers play on Saturday night, right? Uncommon Goods. Look, when you shop at Uncommon Goods, you're supporting artists and small independent businesses. And many of their handcrafted products are made in small batches. So shop now before they sell out this holiday season. Uncommon Goods looks for products that are high quality, unique, and often handmade or made in the U.S. They have the most meaningful, out of the ordinary gifts anywhere. They even have gifts you can personalize. From holiday hosts and hostess gift to the coolest finds for kids, to hits for everyone from the book lovers to diehard sports fans. Uncommon Goods has something for everyone, not the same old selections you can just find anywhere. And with every purchase you make at Uncommon Goods, they give $1 to a nonprofit partner of your choice. They've donated more than $3 million to date. So to get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/RLRC. That's uncommongoods.com/RLRC for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods, we're all out of the ordinary. Benjos.
Jim's not dancing like he was the other day. The other day, he was kind of all over it on the banjos and the fiddle.
Yeah, he was wiki weekend on the Roadcaster.
I think he's smelling. Today. I think he's smelling that maybe something different is coming up right now.
Oh shit! Here we go.
It's gonna be a dull.
Be something.
Go ahead, Mike.
Here it comes.
Go ahead.
Be warned that you're gonna get your ass chewed by the fans.
Bring it, Mike.
I have no idea what he's gonna do. I know him well enough. It's going to be something that we're not going to
something that focuses only on him.
Yeah.
And so let's do it.
That hurts.
I'm sorry.
And we don't care.
This is a sentimental moment. Yeah. It is a sentimental moment for me, and I'm taking this incredibly serious. But I have a poetic justice, and the title of my poetic justice is The Story of Woody, Jim, and Ago.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Cali has the beaches, the mountains, and lots of blue sky. So when we decided to leave, many people asked why. For 20 years plus, it was a great place. But under King Newsom, it became a disgrace. That's the only little political shot in here. To Cajun country, we decided to go, despite the fact that barely a soul did we know. I searched for talent with help from my wife and learned about some guy with a show called Real Life. A hard-to-find combo of talent and voice, I'd found a good man who became my first choice. The more that I learned, the more that I liked him. I even came to tolerate his producer, Jim. Woody had history and stories galore. He also has a voice smooth as velour. He built a strong brand with RLRC. However, we thought even more it could be. 3 guys with very different skills. We needed a format that really kills. What better topic than the one that they know? The light bulb was lit for a crime commentary show. Crime is violent, scary, and cruel. To lighten it up at times could be cool. Woody knows stories, cases, and the law. Jim is grounded, dependable, and raw. Mike has experiences. He's been around. He's a creative and loves to be clowned. So like Mo, Larry, Curly, and even Chimp, these new stooges you should never preempt. We fight like kids and needle each other, but all is fair, brother to brother. We've created a board that I hesitate to mention because the slightest infraction can earn a suspension. My favorite thing's getting inside of Jim's head. I get such a kick when his face turns red. Woody and Jim like to shame my reports, but let's face it, folks, they have no retorts. Jim can deny it, but we all know that it's true. He loves penis stories between me and you. He loves Louisiana and saying the word naked. Let's face it, folks, his ego's inflated. Woody loves to sneak in his snide little comments. Usually these don't even relate to show content. Belittling my heritage is a place he loves to go. Early on, he called me Joey Buttafuoco. We've had lots of fun since we started all this. We've had the alien, Murdaugh, and show business. Woody's got otters, Mexico, and canines. He's got walruses, Guyana, and kinky crimes. Jim's got eels, China, and who stole what?
Eels.
He's also got squid, Indonesia, and girls that are hot. Ago's got UK, banjos, and the fabulous aglets. There's really no telling what he will do next. We have a great time and give each other shit. Chemistry is the reason the show's been a hit. But seriously, folks, it's all about you. We love you all, except for a few.
Hey, I'm actually giving you
Pretty good.
a clap on that, bro.
Wow, you hear that, folks? That is not a technical malfunction. That is...
Because I think you got a couple of jobs in there, but I think that's absolutely what the show's about, and it's been love.
All right,
real treat.
Very good. Yeah,
captured the.
So you could actually put that
GBT.
brain to something.
I could do good in the world. I choose not to. I choose not to.
That's all right.
But I could.
You got to be a villain,
unless it's for a puppy.
That was a good one.
All right. So for the last segment of the day, I thought it would be fun to talk a little bit about Labor Day.
Yes.
And give everyone a little history on Labor Day because it relates to crime. Many people may not realize that. Right. Labor Day has been a national holiday in the United States since the 1800s. To many, it signifies picnics, parades, a day off work, or the end of summer and beginning of fall. The day actually celebrates a long history of U.S. workers and their immense contributions at various periods of time under extremely difficult conditions. The country's might, abundance, and success. But did you know that Labor Day's inception in the U.S. culture actually is linked to crime and clashing with the police?
I had no idea.
Labor Day got its start at the Haymaker riots in Chicago when thousands of union workers clashed with police while protesting the lack of time off to be with family and friends during the year. So I'm going to give you a little bit of some facts on Labor Day that you may not already know. The first celebrated U.S. Labor Day was on Tuesday, September 5th of 1882 in New York City, and it was planned by the Central Labor Union. 10,000 workers marched from City Hall all the way to 42nd Street, met with their families at Elm Park for a picnic, concert, and speeches.
Yeah.
Now, Canada is said to have originated, the Canadians, the idea of hosting a day to honor the labor movement. In 1872, they held a 9-hour movement to show their support for striking workers. And there is a disagreement who actually proposed Labor Day as a holiday. Some say it was Peter McGuire, who was the co-founder of American Federation of Labor, and others say it was Matt McGuire, a machinist. Oregon was the first state to celebrate Labor Day as a legal holiday in 1887, and the decision to make Labor Day the first Monday of September was approved in 1894. Labor Day started as part of a labor union movement, as I told you previously, and Americans worked 12-hour days, 7 days a week during the 19th century prior to Labor Day.
Wow.
Many people may not know that. The Adamson Act was passed on September 3rd of 1916, and that established an 8-hour workday. There's still a Labor Day parade in New York City, which takes place throughout the 20 blocks north of the 1882 Labor March, and that's some Labor Day facts for
I
our
love
listeners.
the history, and I don't think I knew any of that.
I did not either before I researched it.
Fascinating.
I don't remember a
You always
Labor Day
do a good
parade
job. Shout
Mike
out.
does not remember a Labor Day.
I don't remember
He's
the
going to have
Labor
to
Day
fact check me on that.
Yeah,
No, I think I was probably working.
I was going to say,
None of this applied to Italians in New York, by the way, because there's not a chance they got any time off in 1882.
yeah.
Well, McGuire was the name, so
Yeah,
that
see,
tells me
there you
that's
go.
Irish.
I was
you
going to say Mark, it's Mark, yeah, the hitter. But anyway, the happy Labor Day, everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give a shout out to my cameraman,
Yes.
and TikTok producer,
Absolutely.
WL Overton, who's been with us for the past 2 shows.
WL
And
in the
y'all,
house.
if you don't follow us on TikTok, Real Life Real Crime, and in and even the Vision Podcast Studios, or is it Local Leaders?
It's local leaders, at local leaders.
Go follow it. We're taking it to the next level. My little TikTok producer, my namesake, is way advanced on it than I am, and he's actually taken over all the duties. And we're going to be shooting videos.
What's Dad paying you? What's Dad paying you?
You tell him 10%. Hooters.
10%.
You're in
That's
10%
good.
and Hooters? That's do you need someone to represent you?
No, you
No,
don't.
no.
He doesn't need an agent.
You might need some help.
Anyway, thank y'all. And
I'm concerned about
go
Woody's
follow
treatment of this child
Go
in
follow
this
the
business
TikTok.
arrangement.
My son
It's
works.
not kosher.
And look, hopefully everybody's spending time with family.
Yeah,
And
right.
Today, while they're listening to this, if you're listening to it on Labor Day and flipping some burgers or doing something,
Right.
LSU season
Played
started. So
last night.
right here in Louisiana, we are fired up.
Go Tigers.
Yeah, love your husband today, ladies. It's a great day for loving your husband.
That's right.
Yes.
Every day's a great day to love your
Right?
husband, I would think.
Yeah.
No,
That should be a lot.
That'd be overdoing it, but
All right. Rescue.org.
Yeah,
See something, say something.
rrescue.org. Yes.
Yeah. rrescue.org. Stop human trafficking.
Worldwide.
And that's all I got, peeps.
Any final thoughts, Mike?
I've had a lot to say this episode.
I
I was a little quiet the other day coming in. You guys were on my nerves a little bit, but
I'm very
today
proud of you today. You did very well.
That's right.
Hey, you even kept your stories.
If we can-
under 30 minutes.
If we
but no, the episode's going to be too short now.
That's good.
I'm looking at the clock going, shit, the episode's short.
It's good. That's all going to
Shouldn't
be
have cut
good.
that damn story short.
So happy Labor Day, everybody. Hey, go follow us and like us and share us and continue to tell other people about us. We started in January and we're absolutely killing it. The numbers don't lie, and we love and appreciate each and every one of y'all.
And until next time, I'm Jim Chapman,
And I'm Woody Overton.
And I'm Mike Agovino.
your host of Real Life, Real Crime Daily. Peace.
Mr. Patel and Allison Marie.
There you go.